on, everybody? It's your boy Dead on Dave. Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, the beginning of Easter weekend, so happy Easter weekend to all of you out there. Thank you guys for joining me once again right here on a beautiful Friday here in Germany, and it is obviously time for that SmackDown review. And if you've been following lately, you know I have yet to watch SmackDown, but I'm going to do it right now and give you my reactions and my analysis after I watch each and every single segment. So make sure you guys are ready for that. Also, make sure you're ready for Sunday when I go live for 2 hours right here on Dead on Dave Productions to take all of your viewer questions. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in to SmackDown, shall we? Let's do this. Hope it's good. It's been a good week of wrestling. Don't mess it up, WWE. Here we go. So 16 minutes in about, and after a fairly long, about 12-minute promo, and boring, by the way, I should say, we're getting our first match of the evening. It was, look, the promo, it wasn't that it was terrible, it didn't really do much that we already didn't know. It was a recap promo. It didn't really lay out anything else that we didn't know. It didn't further anything. I mean, we all understand that Randy Orton is going to be the next guy to be taking on Seth Rollins. So it doesn't really do anything as far as interest goes. And that's, that was the problem with the promo. It's not like it was terrible. It was just boring because it did nothing. Seth Rollins was kind of disjointed at the beginning of it. He didn't really get his footing underneath him. It didn't seem in the promo. It just wasn't very effective. And then, it dragged for too long. And then Randy came out and made a Little Red Riding Hood comment. I don't know, SmackDown just has felt so weird lately, but this was a weird way to start the show. But nevertheless, we get Randy Orton and Big Show to start off the show. So let's go ahead and check that match out. Oh, before the match, yes, I almost forgot. The promo did do one thing. Well, at least before the promo, they did announce that Michael Cole, JBL, and Booker T will all be on Raw this Monday. Even though they were beaten up pretty good last Raw. But they will be back, so that's a good thing. So that was the one thing that was accomplished in the first 16 minutes of the show. Besides setting up the first match, that is. So, back to the match. About 20 minutes in, and remember, as always, the times that are giving out are without commercials, because I'm watching it without commercials. So, 20 minutes in, and about a minute and a half into the match, Randy Orton, after hitting a beautiful top rope DDT off of on the Big Show, the Authority gets involved and disqualification. Randy Orton wins, and the beatdown is on. Seth Rollins is about to get involved in the match, and then the big guy, Ryback, comes out. Man, I love Ryback, even though he looks like a weird-looking Superman right now with the super blue outfit that he's wearing. Ryback comes out to make the save, so we don't know what's really going on with Ryback. I mean, it seems like he's been in line for a big push for a while. The fans are really responding to him. So is he going to be getting involved, or is he just kind of the ally of the day for Randy Orton? I guess we'll have to see. I wish the match would have went a little bit longer with the Big Show. I would like to have seen Randy really destroy the Big Show a little bit more, but it is what it is. And, there was really no point to having the match, to be honest. So it's kind of a throwaway first 20 minutes of SmackDown. But, SmackDown, what are you going to do? Back to the action. 23 minutes in, and they make the announcement that Dolph Ziggler is unable to compete tonight. So it's supposed to be Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler versus Wade Barrett. And the returning Sheamus, I kind of called that it was supposed to happen. But for whatever reason, Dolph Ziggler is not going to be able to compete. There's, citing storyline stuff. I don't know if something happened in the back, but I'm sure that'll come out soon. So instead, it will be Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus one-on-one later on in the match, or the evening. So that's pretty cool. So we'll check that out. Let's see what is next on SmackDown. About 27 minutes in, and just watch the Divas match between Naomi and Natalya with the Bellows on commentary. They went for it yet again. Now, they didn't get a lot of time. They probably got around 5 minutes, but the match was solid. It was a good match. It was well worked. This is showing that not only, I think this is what happened. This whole give Divas a chance thing took off. So WWE has decided to give the Divas more chance. Say, look, you're going to have more opportunity. And the reality is they've responded. Natalia and Naomi, who could both, work pretty well. Naomi more just being a physical specimen because she's so athletic. But Natalia, who is genuinely a fantastic technical wrestler, they both went and just absolutely murdered it right now. I mean, it was a good match. It wasn't long, so we didn't get a lot of good spots, but the work in it was very solid. It was a good match. It was a very good match. Entertaining, decent. It wasn't bad at all. So, and also what it does is, with Naomi getting the victory with a very nice finisher, by the way, like a corkscrew head scissor DDT. It was kind of nice. It sets the stage for Naomi Bella confrontation. And we're going to see if Naomi's going to take the belt off of her. But it's kind of interesting that even though Paige and AJ got the win at WrestleMania, neither one of them are directly right into the title hunt. So that's a little strange, but I think that's more about having multiple storylines going at the same time, which I think is also a very good thing for the Divas division. So I think all in all, it's a really cool situation now we're in with the Divas. So hopefully they're going to be given more of a chance, and we will see more out of the Divas. So good job there. Let's see what's going on more on SmackDown. About 38 minutes in, 30. Yeah, I can't even read it. Fuck it. 30 some odd minutes in, funny backstage segment with Seth Rollins and Kane. And Kane announces that we will have Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton at Extreme Rules for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Also, the office stinks. And it was because Dean Ambrose was taking a shit in Kane's executive bathroom. So, for his doing the deed in that toilet, his dirty deeds as it should be, Kane put him in a match against the man who threw him through a ladder at WrestleMania, Luke Harper. And to that, Dean Ambrose just said, thanks, and continued being weird, because he's Dean Ambrose, and he's awesome. So we'll have that match a little bit later on as well. Cool. Let's see what else is next. 36 minutes in, and we just saw a Roman Reigns interview with Byron Saxton. It's basically everything you would expect to hear out of him, and he did his best against blah, 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 and he can and he will, and blah, 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 blah. They're not doing any... Look, we don't want to see backstage friggin' promos, interviews with Roman Reigns. That's not what we want to see. That's not building him properly. We don't care what he has to say. We're not going to like him because of believe that, and I can, and I will. Nobody gives a shit. He's not a guy who's going to suddenly get a friggin' catchphrase that's going to make him red hot. That's not the problem. We don't want to see him cocking his fist. We don't want to see it. It's not working. He's not John Cena. John Cena is John Cena, okay? Maybe the age of the Hulk Hogans are not coming back anytime soon. I think John Cena killed it. He killed it. He murdered it. Nobody wants to see it no more. So passing it on to a Roman Reigns is not going to work. If you want to build Roman Reigns, there is a way to do it. You have to continue to make him a badass. You have to continue. Just have him shut up and go work matches. Shut up and beat people up. That's all you got to do. Have him run in and create some havoc. That's what you got to do with this guy. The talking is not going to do it. It's not going to get the job done. In fact, it's only going to alienate him even more. So get your head out of your ass and stop. I understand that this interview had to happen because he failed at WrestleMania. But still, this is not going to work. You have to do something else with the guy, and hopefully WWE will get that through their head. It looks like the next match is going to be The Miz versus R-Truth, I believe. So let's go ahead and check that match out. 43 minutes in, and Miz versus R-Truth is a short little match. Had a little bit of comedy in it, but other than that, it was a short match. Miz winning with the skull-crushing finale, and then Mizdow comes out from behind and hits him with a skull-crushing finale, and then puts on his sunglasses and poses over him. That's not gangsta. That's not gangsta. I don't know. Look, they're going to continue this feud, and I think they're going to use the feud to try to help Mizdow get over, which is the important thing. Yes, people can say, oh, he's already over. I don't know if he's going to be without The Miz. I think that this is a storyline that has helped him get over because nothing's worked in the past. And he can't go back to "you're welcome" or anything like that. He's going to have to continue, and for the time being, he still needs The Miz to help him accomplish that. So we'll see what they decide to do going forward. Expect them to have a match at Extreme Rules and probably end the feud there. We'll see. Looks like John Cena. John Cena's coming out for a promo, or maybe it'll be in a match. Oh, they should be boring either way. Bubbly, 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 bubbly. We'll see. What? What?
Nothing.
What? What is your problem? What? Why can't I do my show?
John Cena is so great. He's the best of the best. Not.
German people. German people. Anyway, John Cena, bubbly, 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 is coming out next, and we'll see what he says. What? What? What now? What?
He's the Hasselhoff of wrestling.
He's the Hasselhoff of wrestling? Yeah. Okay, I don't even know what that means. Because he sucks? Or because he's too much? Or what? I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. It just popped in my mind.
Well, okay. Well, it's because you're always thinking of David Hasselhoff. You want to hop in Knight Rider and take a ride and give him a little blowy on the road? I can see what you're doing, Melanie.
Maybe 30 years ago.
Do not touch Michael like that, Melanie.
Maybe 30 years ago.
30 years ago, you'd blow David Hasselhoff?
Probably.
Well, 30 years ago, you were 8, so that means you were
18.
30 years ago, you were 8.
I meant 20.
No, 30 years ago, you were the sluttiest 8-year-old in the world. Congratulations, you whorish 8-year-old fucking Melanie. Good job.
I meant 20.
20 years ago, he was still washed up. He was like flabbing on Baywatch. Yeah. Wow. Find out things about people every day. Man, you know what? I had a poster of him when I was 8, and I used to blow it. I used to stick a pencil to the other side and suck it. Popsicles. All right, John Cena promo. Let's take a nap. 53 minutes in, and I had to sit through John Cena telling everybody that he is United States champion right here in Fresno, and that he's going to be given an open challenge and the opportunity to win the United States Championship from John Cena because he's the champ. I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to kill myself. He sucks. I mean, look, I give all the respect in the world to John Cena, but I'm so tired of it. It's the same thing. But you know what? I like the America shtick. I do like that. You know, I mean, I know that is sincere. Probably one of the only things that probably are 100% sincere about John Cena is his patriotism. So I dig that. Rusev comes out with Lana, by the way, who is back full-time, done filming her movie with Edge. That movie is done, so she is back full-time, and they come out, and Lana starts talking shit, and then Rusev said, bitch, give me the microphone, and he takes it and starts telling about how it's his world. And you know what? He's cutting better promos. When he's talking, he's doing a better job, and that's a really good thing. So this feud that's continuing between Cena and Rusev is really working better than I thought it was going to, and I guess it didn't need to end at WrestleMania because I think ultimately it's about giving the bigger rub to Rusev. Now, granted, you could make the argument that what bigger rub would it have been at WrestleMania, but after Cena defends the belt a few times in these open challenge matches and then eventually, I'm going to assume, will lose the belt back to Rusev, you could make the argument that being a 2-time champion and taking the belt off of Cena is going to make Rusev all the stronger. And the fact that he is really starting to get on a roll with all of his rhetoric and stuff and things that he's saying on promos, it can only go to really help the situation. You would think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that it would be the case. He tried to end the promo with his Russian flag dropping, and then John Cena said, you mean you meant this? And it was the American flag, and the crowd cheered and went crazy because, we're Americans. Yay. So that was fine. It was a decent promo. It just went on way too long, and I can't stand listening to John Cena talk and get all crazy. It's John Cena. What do you want? What do you want? What are you going to do? All right, so that was 53 minutes in. Let's continue on and see where SmackDown takes us. Not a great show so far. Not a bad show, but not a great show at all, considering how good this week has been. It's kind of a disappointing way to end out the week of wrestling with this smack digging it down. But let's see what's next. 1 hour and 4 minutes in, we got Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper in a match that I was looking forward to. It was a pretty hard-hitting match. I mean, no technical wrestling at all, just beating the crap out of each other, which is what we want to see. The match doesn't get a decisive ending because instead it gets rolled out to the ground, and eventually Dean Ambrose gets put through a table with a vicious powerbomb from Luke Harper. This feud hopefully is going to continue because these guys are really, really good together, and there's really nothing else that they're going to be able to do. So hopefully these guys will continue their feud and beat the crap out of each other for a while. I'm assuming in some kind of tables match or a ladder match or something like that at Extreme Rules. We'll see what happens there. But I'm a little concerned for Dean Ambrose. He's not going over anybody right now. I mean, even in these little segments, he's getting put through tables. Why are they have this aversion of letting Dean Ambrose look strong right now? Why are they holding him down and really, maybe not even holding him down, but definitely booking him to not come out on top of any of these angles or segments? And it's just weird. What is the point of it? I mean, can anyone come up with a really good reason as to what is going on? I have no idea. So it is what it is. The match was decent. It just feels unfinished. And you know what? Maybe it should. SmackDown as a whole should just kind of feel this way, unfinished, because we have to start building again, and maybe SmackDown has a realization that WrestleMania is over and we have to start building back up towards a new crescendo. And maybe that's okay. We can't have WrestleMania all the time. It's not possible. You can't do it. For one, I mean, it would be insane. You would get desensitized. So you have to understand that there's going to be a little bit of a new build. But that being said, I think things could be done in a little bit better of a manner, and hopefully that's what we will see going forward. But, it's SmackDown. So we'll see what happens. Let's continue on. It looks like we're going to get a prime time player promo. Let's see what they have to say. 1 hour and 5 minutes in, and you know what? It is all but confirmed now. It looks like the New Day is definitely taking a turn for the heel, or at least some kind of non-uber good guy role. And the primetime players, who people do genuinely like, just cut hilarious promo on the New Day. Titus O'Neil showing a lot of that personality that I was talking about just a couple of weeks ago that I feel he's been missing. And him being able to do that is pretty cool. He sprayed himself with a water bottle talking about, I'm hot and sweaty and musty, making fun of Big E's sweating problem and everything, which is pretty hysterical. Kofi Kingston making fun of his sunken in chest, which is hilarious. And Xavier Woods' nappy afro. Because remember, folks, if your hair is nappy, ain't nobody happy, as Darren Young would say. It was a funny promo, and it looks like they're going to have a nice little feud. 5 brothers beating the crap out of each other. Do we sense a merge possibly happening? Bubbly. That's a possibility. I don't know what's up with my rich guy today, but bubbly. But it is happening. Yes, bubbly means rich guy. You didn't know that? Everybody knows that. I'm going to go read my newspaper with my pipe. Bubbly. I don't know. I just do it. Every time that I think rich guy, I just assume that they're drinking some champagne and going, bubbly. As they're lighting cigars with cats. Not money, because cats really make a statement.
You watch too much TV shows with retarded rich guys who say,
I don't think I've watched the Retarded Rich Guy show. Mongoloid Millionaires. There we go. That's a great show. I'm going to spend all my money on beans. Why? Mongoloid Millionaire. Come on. I'm a fat guy on a couch. Leave me alone. You spend all your money on beans. I'm a fat guy. Come on. Leave me alone. All right. So Primetime players doing their thing. I don't know. Looks like we're main event time. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Let's see what they have to do. And let's see if they can rescue the show at a really, really solid match. Mongoloid Millionaires coming soon on Fox. An hour and 6 minutes in, and Sheamus has a new theme, and it is epic. Oh, I like it. It's epic. Dark and broody and moody. I love it. I love this new theme music. It's epic. I think it'll be good for his character going forward. I mean, it's definitely much better than, oh, I'm white as everybody can see. Yeah, I hate that stupid song. Anyway, Sheamus' new theme. Let's see what he does in a match with the Daniel Bryan. Copious amounts of goats. I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's see. End of the show. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan had a decent match. It was very good. I mean, they work well together. It shouldn't be a surprise to anybody when they put on a good match, and they did. It was entertaining. It was good. Daniel Bryan bleeds. Now, they're saying that it was a legitimate cut, but it didn't look like it to me. He didn't hit the table. He missed the table, unless I completely just misjudged it, but it looks like he missed the table. So I didn't see where he was cut open other than that. So to me, it looks like a blade job yet again, but they're saying it's not, and that's completely fine. But this is weird to me. But the funniest thing to me was after he busted himself open, and here's another thing. He showed it. I mean, like he held his hair out of his face and showed it. It was like it was a reveal. And that also makes me believe that it wasn't an accidental cut. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a fat guy on a couch. After that, Daniel Bryan gets bullhammered by Wade Barrett, Bad News Barrett, and then he gives the line of the night for me when Lawler, one of the announcers, goes, "Wow, Daniel's really hurt," and Bad News goes, "Of course he's hurt. He just took a bull hammer to the head." It was that's a great line. Sheamus wins by count out. Daniel Bryan has to get helped out of there, bleeding, convulsing, and yeah, not good for him. Yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. It was an interesting match. I think that it's going to be a good feud. We're going to see Bad News and Sheamus really kind of team up here, I believe. Sheamus gave his reasoning for coming back and destroying the little fellas. And that's because they're little fellas and they're runts and they're not real men. And Sheamus is a real man. So pretty cool. I like this new side of him. I'm kind of with Mick Foley here. Mick Foley stated he wants him to just completely drop all the shtick and all the fellas and stuff. I agree. There was a lot of talk about Sheamus working really stiff and reckless in this match. I didn't see that. I think that is part of this storyline to kind of sell the belief that these two last blade jobs, Brock Lesnar and I believe Daniel Bryan as well, for me at least, were not blade jobs because they're PG and they don't do that thing. So I believe that all the talk about Sheamus getting heat for working stiff is bullshit. I think it's to help sell the fact that they're not bleeding on purpose, but I think they are. I think Daniel Bryan made it more clear than the Brock Lesnar one. I still believe Brock Lesnar bladed. I don't believe any other bullshit. I believe he bladed. It looked like he bladed. He didn't hit in the same spot that he got busted open in. I haven't heard anybody talk about that. But it's okay. I'm okay with him blading, but I'm also okay with WWE denying it because they're protecting their PG for the time being. That's fine. But Daniel Bryan's was different. Daniel Bryan missed the table. It didn't look like he hit the table at all. And more importantly, you didn't hear it. Usually if you would have hit the table, you would have heard the sound. But if he hit something else, I just didn't see it. I don't know if I sneezed. I have no idea. But I didn't see him hit anything else to explain the cut. But the most important thing to me is the way he stood up and revealed it. That's the thing. He moved the hair out of his face to really give the folks and the camera a good shot of the blood. Now, that's something that you wouldn't think he would have done had he been an accidental busted open. And the location of it, that was weird too. I don't know. It was a strange one, but I'm thinking it was real. But hey, WWE's going to do what they have to do, and that's perfectly fine. Overall, I give the show a 6. I didn't think it was a fantastic SmackDown. It was entertaining. I had fun at points, but there wasn't enough wrestling to go around. The matches were really, really short. and they didn't develop enough there. But however, they did create 2 title matches for Extreme Rules, and they've set up multiple storylines for the pay-per-view as well. So, I mean, that's all positives the way I look at it. So, maybe 6.5. Maybe I could be talking to a 6.5. Other than that, look, I had fun. It was one of my favorite weeks of wrestling I've had in a very long time. WWE should be really happy with everything that they put out. I watched some other stuff, some other indie stuff, and I had fun with that too. It seemed like everybody was really inspired this week and just really kind of went for it. So it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. What was your favorite moment of the week in wrestling? What was your favorite thing that really stood out for you? You let me know. Tomorrow we will be doing our top 5, and I'm doing a very special request top 5. The top 5 CM Punk matches of all time. Now, Tommy C is a huge fan of CM Punk, but did not get to see a lot of CM Punk matches. So he is asking, he asked me to do a top 5 CM Punk matches of all time, so he knows where to go back and watch. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow, top 5 CM Punk matches of all time. All right. Hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you guys enjoyed WrestleMania, Raw, and everything else that you watched this week in wrestling. Let me know what you saw. Keep an eye open for a viewer question, or I'm sorry, 5 random question. I haven't done it in a while. I really wanted to do a couple of those, but the last couple of weeks I really wanted to focus on WrestleMania. But now that's over, we can get back to some regularity, just like my bowels, and we can have some fun. And hopefully some 5 random questions will be coming, and you guys will be on them. And if there's any other ways that you guys want to get involved by like making memes and all that stuff, you just let me know. Decided to give the memes a rest today. But other than that, I had a fun show. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We will talk to you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Peace.